Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa. We are playing Farming Simulator 25 on Alma's Missouri map. We have $121,000 in the bank. And it is early morning on October 1. And it looks like I've got some plans. So, little tractor there has stuff on the back. Yes, we need to sell stuff. Our John Deere tractor is stuck in the shed at the moment. Okay. We've got the case on the grain cart, and we have the S7 ready to go out and explore the fields. So I guess we should start here. Drive on, go, and this is episode 3. And we're already on August, September, October. 3rd month. The animals all have food, which is a good thing. And, what should I start doing? Oh, that looks like a nice looking cornfield. I have the header selected. So I'll fold that too. Okay, that's on. Yep, header's on. Let's get that lowered. Start chopping corn. And I'm going to set this up. Steering assist. I think two headlands. Show lines, automatic, go. Get that turned on the carts. Okay, looks like we have a fairly good yield here. Oh, already up to 9%. And okay. Oops. Gonna miss a bit. Oh yeah. Let's back it up ever so slightly, and off we go again. So what I might do is I might do the two headlands. I wonder if the worker knows about that. Didn't think about that. But we'll run the two headlands and obviously unload into the cart. Oh, learned something yesterday. Millennial Farmer did a tour of his equipment at the moment, and he was saying that he has smaller volume trailers and auger wagons because his farm is corn and beans, and corn and beans are quite a heavy crop. So even if you put the extra height on his chaser bin, auger wagon, whatever you want to call it, or his semi-trucks, the semi-trailers he's got for his trucks, he'd still be limited in what he could carry anyway by weight. So that is actually a thing. Our wagon on this farm is Not ideal for the crops we're collecting, at least not at the moment. Anyway, how are we doing? This is not a great yield. However, because we put fertilizer on the field, it is obviously a significantly better than it would have been if I hadn't had that opportunity. Oh, that field next to us, all of a sudden, all of the corn in it just disappeared. Someone was up early. Didn't even notice that happen. I was pulling out here, and as we were starting, I looked at that field and thought, oh, I wonder if we could afford to buy that. That's a good amount of corn extra. We'll do ours first. That was my thought, and yeah, everything in it's gone. So that's that. I'm going to run around here. We'll do 2 headlands. Oh, this is... Oh, we're nearly at the end. Good. But, I'm thinking here is we're at the end of the field and we're almost 100% full. So it's going to take 2 loads, or 2 loads of the car. No, 2 loads of the harvester to do 1 headland. Don't know how many loads of the carts it's going to take. Obviously, we're going to have to bring the cart down here. Unload. Oh, we're getting some good yield here. That's promising. Good, 110%. Okay. So I'm guessing that 75% up the first up the first stretch on the headland is all down to bad soil. Good. So I did go back and check Missouri crops. We would be woo. Let's run over. Do not have the stop harvester when full. Okay. Gonna have to look into that later. But yeah, I was looking at the agriculture for Missouri, and it would appear our crops are rice, soybeans, cotton, corn, wheat, and a little bit of sorghum. So those will be the crops that we generally concentrate on going forward. So we can do rice, we can do cotton. We could do rice, but I would have to reserve a field specifically for rice only. Careful. But we have all the planting equipment, and I believe you harvest it on a draper, so that would be okay as well. Long grain rice, obviously, not the Asian rice. So that's a possible crop for us, which is not something we would normally do in, say, England. And cotton. But that's expensive to get into, so it's going to take us a while to earn the money to buy a cotton harvester if we want to pick cotton. Stop there. And I do have a worker running on a contract. And we are Nearly empty. Empty. Once we clear the truck, we'll fold that away. Okay, so first load undone. And we're back to the bad soil. So I think we've got enough wheat in the silo at the moment. I need to gauge how much food the chickens are eating, because obviously the wheat is going to be chicken food. But then what I might look at is there we go. We should probably do some soybeans at some time. Do soybeans and sorghum. I might do sorghum on that field that had wheat in, just so we can have some food for more animals. I can then probably sell the wheat once that's harvested. Wiggledy. Yeah. So, farm, I think the farm is going okay at the moment. Sorghum, obviously with things like sorghum and soybeans and stuff, we're not planting till spring, so this is the last thing we have to do on the farm for our own profit. We're going to have to do some field work. This field is going to need to be ploughed. The cornfield has been, not the previous wheat field has been ploughed, and we'll be cutting grass in November, and then I'll plough that field up and replant it with grass seed. So that hopefully will improve the yield on that field, which at the moment is not great. No, we haven't checked the store yet. I'm going to keep going here. Once I'm done harvesting all the corn, I want to sell the goat milk, and I think this is the month to sell goat milk. And then we'll start looking at other things like what's up for sale at the store, and at least one piece of equipment that I have added to the mod list for this playthrough. I did look at manure carts. I didn't find any that allow lime spreading, at least not on surface. Look, sometimes I'll add a thing and then it turns out, oh yeah, actually that will also do. I don't have that much equipment mods added, so that's not a thing I've taken a look at yet, or been pleasantly surprised by, say. Okay, this corner should be fairly easy. I can go outside it because obviously there is a small leg there that doesn't that we're going to be overcutting it. Okay, so go again. This time I should keep an eye on the hopper content and make sure we don't go driving off into the corn. Oh. So, kids gone to Grandma's this weekend, so once again we are quiet weekend. I believe Mrs. Ose is off out later today with one of her friends. And what is the volume that this takes? That is the volume that this takes. Okay, back off a little. That out, and this started again. Just notice the mini map. The gaps between the fields are transparent, so you can see the ground underneath it. Okay. I don't know if we're going to get more than 50% by volume in this before it tops out. I'll have to check on that in a while. Well, I'm going to leave this running just in case we cap out. Yeah, we capped out 50% exactly. Oh, now hang on a minute. Oh, that's a different field. So that field is stuff. That field over there is a different field. That's the field I saw with all the corn in and thought, I wonder if we could buy that. Field number 2. Now, obviously, we do not have enough cash to do that, but potentially we have a fair amount that we could consider using. Let's stop that there. Load, and I am going to look at what's on sale. That is a fairly meaty tractor, 230 horsepower. There's a Fendt thing, one of these. Could be nice, but don't need. We're not going to be pull stuff off the fields and load it into a truck straight from the edge. So, fertilizer spreaders, I have added this in. So we've finally got the big lime fertilizer spreader, which is good. And the other thing I did want to check was how much is field 2? Yeah, kind of expensive, so probably not going to be able to afford that. That's unfortunate. Maybe next year. But for right now, we'll go finish off emptying the harvester. And I'm not sure we're going to make a complete second headland. Actually, no, I am absolutely certain we are going to be able to make a complete second headland. But we might have to unload the harvester halfway round. So, let that do its thing. Good. Harvester. And I did fill up. Yeah. the tank, so we do have all the fuel we need. Could do with going forwards, that would be a grand plan. And there we go. And fold in the pipe. Good. So, see how far round we can get with the second round. And yield is picking up, which is good. Oh, let's go forwards. That's the general plan. And no. Oh, actually, yes. Okay. Good. I wasn't far enough over to the right. That's fine. Because once again, that's a little bulge that sticks out that forms a partial go down the field. So that's fine. Cultivators up to 13%. So I'm going to try and restrict myself at this stage. We can run with 2 workers. So once I finish this, or once I finish the second headland, I'll turn this over to a worker. And we've got a worker out on cultivating the other guy's field and a worker here. I will drive the little tractor down to the store, sell them goat's milk, and we'll be servicing the harvester in the case as well. At this stage, I would like to do as much of the work ourselves as possible, so that not spending too much money on worker salaries. Although that said, really it's not too big of a deal, because income is going to be quite significant. I think I'm going to reverse this back here. Oh, even... Wow. That really didn't work out. Now I should be able to select that. We'll get that bit. There we go. Now we get some invisible bits too. So that's the thing with corn, is it doesn't render all of the pieces of corn that you can harvest. So you might see one spike, but there's a block of corn there. It's to be harvested. How are we doing? 63%. Okay. This is a good big field. I don't know what the best date to sell corn is. Should be able to see that now. On the quick finance whatever screen, I can't even remember what it's called. It's something I've loaded. It's not something I use very frequently. No, it is what it is. Okay, that's good. Drive forwards, go. So, what else has been going on this week? This week, okay, former foster child girl, it's her birthday this weekend. Actually, I think it's today. But she's off to see Grandma. So she came over midweek to get her birthday presents and gave me a little bit of a hand on the railway, because I'm getting to bits where I can't actually reach easily the section that I'm doing. I mean, I did it right. I am doing, my decision is to do the station first, and then once that area is done, I can fill in the hole in the tables that I'm currently using to access the back of the station. Unfortunately, the gap where the back of the station is, not paying attention, is a little bit too thin for me to bend my way into. I'm not as flexible as I used to be. So that's a little bit of a problem. So having a smaller person back there is kind of handy. So she gave me a hand this week, and I got a couple of pieces done, which is good. Unfortunately, I now need to glue the track down, and that I'm going to need her again for. So she's at Grandma's, so that's not happening immediately. I've decided the next bit I must get done is just finish off at least the station area and the piece of land at the back, which is going to have a small road accessing the freight yard, and obviously for passenger pick up and drop off. So that will be a thing. And the advantage with the station area is obviously I can put the platform down. Actually, it's going to be interesting trying to fit lights to it, which is a plan, but not an immediate plan. We are full again. The harvester is still got 3,000 in it. I'm going to say, oops, that's fine. We've got enough room in the harvester to finish the headland. If we go forwards, if we go backwards, we're probably not going to finish the headland. Go back in. All right.